Hello, hope you're all doing well. Today is Saturday, here at the studio nice and early, just going to get a couple of hours in. I've had a really good week this week, just been doing lots and lots of teaching, a little bit of recording and lots of practice. The recording I've been doing this week has just been like pre-production stuff, nothing too serious. I've been saving up the actual proper recording sessions for this weekend, so I'm going to probably just run through the track that I've got to do today quite a few times and maybe record it tomorrow. I've got a track for an alt rock band to do. I can't say who it is because I don't think they've got a drummer yet, but when they do, I don't know whether they'll re-record the parts or what, but I'm gonna record for this single anyway. And then I've got a track to do for the Northern Musical Theatre Orchestra. You know, you get a lot of these lockdown videos. The last one we did had so many good musicians in it. We did Phantom of the Opera, and it's like a whole massive orchestra that they then put together. So I'm going to try and get my drum track done fairly quickly, so that then they can hopefully use it to help them mix and get everything in time. It's going to be like a Christmas one, so I'll probably have to wear a Christmas jumper and stuff, which will be great fun. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to do that as well. I haven't even listened to it yet. I don't even know what the song is, but I've got the music. I've sent the music in like a Dropbox folder, so I'll just get that out probably tomorrow, and it shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. I'm a fairly competent reader, so I can just read it and it's no stress. I don't really have to learn anything. The track today, I had a bash through it last night. It's a really good song actually. It's a lot of fun to play. I'm just going to do my own thing with it. I haven't got to do exactly what the demo version has. I can do my own thing with it, so that's what I'm going to do. Try and come up with some cool bits. Keep it similar because the drum part's amazing already, to be honest. So I'll just do my own little flavour of that. And then I've also got one more thing. Oh no, I've got another track to do for somebody else, and then I've got my band Synchronix has come out of the woodwork again during lockdown. It's an amazing band. We played quite a few gigs together a few years ago, and it's just like music for musicians. You know, there's a really good bass player, a guy called Gary, who's a hilarious character. He's one of a kind. He's definitely one of a kind, but I love playing with him. Amazing bass player. I love spending time with him. You get random emails from him, like asking if you want a game of chess, like, you know, just a mad time in the day. Or he'll ask, like, I don't know, I don't want to talk about him, but weird advice for things. He's great. I absolutely love it. I missed him so much actually. We haven't played together in ages. I don't think he's played bass that much, to be honest, and he's just getting back into it now. But we're just throwing. I was going to say flowing. We're just throwing some ideas around at the minute because we recorded an EP before, and it's great. It's all instrumental music. We can do what we want, free reign, and we're just throwing tracks around now. Just going to start getting some ideas together for a new EP, and then hopefully in the future we'll get together in a room and have some practices and just enjoy playing music. Really, you know, it's playing music for the sake of playing music with good players, which is what you want, isn't it? The guitarist in that band is a guy called Przemek Drukowski. If you haven't heard of him, he does Drukowski guitars, amazing hand-built guitars. Me and him used to live together, and we had what was called the 6 o'clock club, which is why, if you notice these videos, I always say I get up at 5 to 6 and I get here for 6:30. Back in the day we used to do that. We used to get up at 5 to 6, go in the kitchen, because we shared a house together. In that front room we didn't have a TV or anything, we just had electric drum kit, guitar amp. So we used to get up at 5 to 6, go to the kitchen, each make our breakfast, get a coffee, and then we'd go into the room and then we'd practice for 2 hours. And we did that pretty much every day. We called it the 6 o'clock club, and that's where we wrote all the music for the first Synchronix EP, which is epic. You know, we got so much better in that time, and that's why I like to keep it up now, because you work better in the morning, I think, and you feel great after you've done it. If you get up early, get your practice in, then the rest of your day's yourself, and you know you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, and you always feel great. So if you're wondering, like last week's video I kept saying, oh, I'm getting up 5 to 6, getting up 5 to 6. It seemed like it was weird because I was tired last week, but it's not. I do that nearly every day, pretty much. I'll have probably one day where I don't get up at 5 to 6 normally. Like today is, it's really early. It's just gone 6:30. So yeah, that's what we do. So I've got these songs to work out today. I'm just going to do some practice today as well. Just keep getting better, trying to improve every single day as much as I can. And then tomorrow's the day when I'll be doing the recording in between students. I've got a couple of gaps tomorrow, so that's what I'm going to do. Get up early tomorrow as well. My first student's at 9, so I get up at 5 to 6. I get here for 6:30. Give me a better time to get the songs recorded. Just going to get them all sorted today, and like I say, practice. Looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Look how fresh I am. I can't believe it. I thought I'd be more tired than this. Cold chilling. Right, let's go. Hello, Sunday morning now, back behind the kit. I've been here, whoa, just over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I've just been recording the track for the artist that I've been working with. I told you before, I'm not allowed to say who it is really, so, but it's like an alt rock song. It's a really cool song. I've had it stuck in my head all night. Yesterday I played it through a few times. I got a really nice, decent version of it last night, but I thought I could do it a little bit better, so I wanted to come this morning and get it even nicer. Yesterday was more about getting the sounds right, figuring out what cymbals and snare to use. I changed the cymbal quite a few times. It needed like a real nice wash, but not like I don't know, not too crashy. You had to hear the note and it not ring too much, but it still had to be washy. So I'll show you what I've gone with in a minute with regards to the setup. I changed the snare drum a few times as well because I wanted it to sound cool and modern. I know that sounds weird coming from a nearly 35-year-old man, but I wanted it to sound cool and modern, not vintage or anything. It didn't want to be too rocky. It wanted to have like a nice crack and a nice pop on the snare drum. And I think I got that. I'm quite happy with the sounds actually. It sounds really, really cool. And it had a bit with some cross stick in it as well, so I couldn't really... I was going to use one of my 13-inch snares, but the only trouble with the 13-inch snares is they don't cross stick as well as the 14-inch, which is why I have so many snare drums. You have these little problems. So I'll show you the snare drum I went with as well. Another one of my newer ones. I tell you, I get obsessed with these new ones, and the old ones don't get a look in, to be honest. So this morning I've done, let me just count, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the first one was the original one. I've done 3 more takes of the song. Just literally play through, stop, listen, don't like it, delete, play through, stop, listen. Just working on the parts and just crafting it a bit better. I think in the original version I sent, I should say I did a version yesterday that I recorded that was okay. It was good enough probably, but just for me, I thought I could craft the parts a little bit better. I haven't got that much recording to do at the minute. I got the scripture songs done last week, so I've only got this. I've got the Northern Musical Theatre Orchestra thing, which I'm now going to do tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I forgot my Christmas jumper. Absolute nightmare. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow now. So I thought I've got loads and loads of time this morning, where normally I'd be rushing around. I've got time to actually craft a decent drum part, get decent drum sounds, and get it sounding amazing. And I think hopefully that's what I've done. I've definitely got a good take, that last one that I was really happy with. Like I said, I demoed it last night. I'm rambling so much. I don't know what's happening. I demoed it yesterday and I sent, I'll say the client again, I sent the client a version of it. He seemed really happy, but I said to him, I think I can do it a little bit better, so I'm going to have another go this morning. And then 2.5 hours later, I was thinking this morning I'd just come in and just have like 3 goes through it and do it slightly better, and the differences are so subtle they might not even notice. That's the crazy thing about it. But just for me, it's just getting really in touch with the timing. There's a few timing shifts in the song, so just making sure I'm really spot on with it. and making sure everything sounds to my standards, how I want it to be, which is what I do. I mean, I spend a lot of time really working on the songs and playing through them loads and loads of times. I'm not, when you've got your own studio like this, it's not like the old days where you go into a recording session, you're against the clock and you've got to get a perfect take really soon, really quickly, sorry, which I can do. You know, I could do this song up to a decent standard the first couple of takes, it would have been acceptable. But why not spend the time, if you've got it, to make it sound extra good, which is what I've hopefully done. I'm going to teach now. It's nearly 9, so I'm going to teach now. How long am I going to teach for? I think I've got until midday, and then I've got an hour gap. And then I'm teaching again later, and I've got another hour gap later on because one of my students is ill today. I know he watches these, so I hope you get better soon, mate. Well, by the time this will come out, you'll definitely be better. So yeah, I've got to teach a little bit later on, and then in the hour gaps, I think I might just practice. I've got the Synchronix song to work on, I might do that as well. There's plenty to keep me busy, keep me going. Right, catch you later. I'll just show you for this recording. I used the Virgil Donati's snare drum. I needed a bit more depth. I did have the other one I've been using a lot, just zoom in, the Smitty Smith one. Been using that quite a lot recently. But it just wasn't deep enough. It has a great rock sound, but this one it needed a bit more punch, so I switched and it sounds amazing. And then cymbal wise, I needed a bit more modern cymbals than I've been using. The ones I've been using are quite dry, the Omni cymbal and the Sabor one, so I used this Sabor one that's more like an AAX crash really, to be honest. Kept the splash, normal hi-hats. Used the AAX Explosion crash. That logo's one off, can't see it. And I changed to the S trash crash over here just for little accents. And then the Sabian, it's an AAX mini Chinese 14-inch. It just needed a bit more attack than what the Meinl one that I normally have there does. And then here I've got a Zildjian A custom ping ride, which is such a cool cymbal. But it actually crashes really well. I didn't think it did. I was going to go on fetch. I've got an AAX Stage crash that crashes really nice. AAX Stage ride, sorry. That I normally use for rocky stuff, but this ping one, I just had it on the kit over there and I put it on this one. It sounds amazing. So really happy with the sounds I've been getting. Let's go. So mini Chinese trash crash, AAX Explosion crash, and that's 16 inches I believe. The trash smash is 16, the AAX mini Chinese 14, 20-inch Zildjian A ping ride, 16-inch Sabian AAX Sabor. K Custom Dark Splash, love that cymbal, and then the Zildjian K and Z 13-inch dynos. And I've got a new microphone for my low tom, another Sennheiser E604, so I've got them on all 4 now. So you should be hearing a bit more low tom in my videos now, because it doesn't sound terrible. That's M57 on the snare standard, and yeah, that snare drum sounded so cool. Really happy with it. Back behind the kit now. This is my first gap of the day, and I'm just about to record for some Synchronix stuff. The band that I'm part of, I've been sent a track, so I'm going to lay some drums down on it now. Just mess about really, just come up with some cool parts, have a laugh, actually enjoy being creative, and no time constraints on this, no pressure, no stress. Just good old-fashioned jamming along to a tune. It's not that difficult. There's no really odd time signatures or anything yet. It's just the very, very start of it. I think as we start getting together, then the complexity will come and it will start getting a lot more challenging to play. But as of right now, it's not too bad. Just a really nice, heavy guitar song. And Gary put some bass on it. His bass sounds amazing. I forgot how good a player he is. Loads of like slap and stuff. Really cool. Really creative people. So it's nice. I've got to try and do my bit now, try and keep up with the guys and make it sound good. Hello, it's Monday today, and I thought I had a really nice chilled out afternoon. I was going to get a lot of practice done until I wrote my list out of stuff that I need to do, and I've got loads that I need to do that I didn't even realise that I forgot about. So quite a busy afternoon. I did actually get some practice in first though, because I had my mind set on it and I had stuff that I was looking forward to working on, so I had to do that first. So I've done that now, had a quick practice, and now I'm going to record the stuff that I need to record. Right, 7 PM now, and I've got everything done that I needed to get done. I'm really happy with how today's gone. The only thing I didn't do was record a drum cover for YouTube, but do you know what? I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't find any songs that I really wanted to play, and if I don't like it and I don't want to play it, I'm not going to force myself to play some rubbish or some nonsense that I'm not into. My music taste is really wide ranging, so there's loads of songs I can do. I'm sure you noticed with the drum covers that they can be strange choices, but it's just what I'm into at the minute. Whatever I'm into at the time, I'll play. But at the minute, I just couldn't think of anything to play. I tried one or two songs, and I just wasn't feeling it. And if I can't jam it in like one or two goes, I'm not even going to bother. So I'll have to come back another day and do that. But it's no stress. I've got one sorted for this week, so that's fine. I've got a bit of time to do it. I'm trying to get things like done in a little bit in advance. Now that I'm busier teaching at the schools and things, fairly busy, so trying to get stuff done as much as possible. But all the actual work things that I needed to do, I managed to get done, so I'm really happy with that. And now I'm going to go home, and I have got so much time in front of the laptop editing all this stuff together. There is so much to edit, it's unbelievable. I don't know how it's got like this. But I have not been on top of it, and it's just thinking about it stressing me out. Like I'm just going to be sat in front of DaVinci Resolve for ages. And the mixing of the tracks as well, I just mix on my headphones at the minute, but I'm starting to try and get my drum sound a little bit nicer. I've just bought a new book actually about mixing drums that I'm looking forward to getting stuck into, and I'm trying to up my game in that regard, try and get the drums sounding a little bit better than they did before. Yeah, I want to start going a bit more pro with it all, with the recording side of things, because up till now, if I do any recording, it's always at studios, whereas this home studio, it was only just for messing about really. But now I'm starting to get a lot more inquiries and a lot more work doing proper recording for people, which is great. I mean, that's one good thing that's happened with this lockdown, but it means that I need to get better at it, and I know that I do, so I'm going to start looking into it and start upping my game in that regard, trying to take my time with the mixing and things, because, you know, this YouTube channel can be a bit of a portfolio. People may look at it and want to use me to record for them and use this studio that I've got here. I'm going to keep this drum kit set up. Just bought a new microphone for my low tom, another Sennheiser E604. So I'm slowly like upgrading my equipment. I'm hoping to get a new camera soon for the overhead shots. Yeah, it's all going really good. I'm really happy with how things are turning out, and to be honest, some of the drum sounds I've been getting are a lot better now. I've been really enjoying it.